friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Emunk here, and we are continuing the Winter Harley Quinn series. Now, this week you are going to learn how to make this Harley Quinn jacket. A no-sew tutorial even. So, I hope y'all like it. Here it is from the back. I'm outside, so excuse the car noises. There it is in the back. It's very soft, very comfortable, and it's very simple and easy. So, enjoy! Alright, now grab your red jacket. Make sure it's red because black will not dye that easy. And use dye poly. And make sure you follow the directions on the back. I zoomed it in a little on the bottom, that way you can see exactly what it's for, because this jacket was pure polyester. And of course, it's hard to dye polyester. Just follow the instructions. I'm going to go ahead and pre-warn you now, but I will be skipping to different sections of this, because this did take a little while to paint. So don't freak out if you see the video skip a little. Now that you got your jacket all dyed, you're going to use fabric paint if it didn't dye all the way. And I would suggest just brush it in a little hard, because with polyester, of course, it's hard to dye or paint on. So that's going to happen. I would suggest washing it twice. That's what I did because I noticed it kept bleeding. And always make sure you wash your material first before you go and dye it and everything. Of course, always pre-wash all of your fabrics. That is the best thing to do. And just continue stroking on here all the paint on there. And I only had to actually do one layer. That's why I did the dye poly instead of doing just straight fabric paint. That, and it keeps it from being as stiff, and it just makes it easier to only put one layer, so I end up saving money in the long run, because it's actually more expensive if you use more paint than the actual dye. Just so y'all are aware. And of course, after you finish this completely, flip it over, do the same on the back, and throw it into the dryer for an hour after it sits and dry for 24 hours. After you finish the drying treatment, make sure that you wait 24 hours again, and then get some clear fabric softener that doesn't have any dyes or anything in it, and just pour it over the jacket. I noticed it was easier for me to pour it over here because it's a larger area than the diamonds on the leggings. So just pour it on there, rub it lightly with the rag, and just let it sit there and soak. And then after 24 hours of this, throw it into the dryer for 60 minutes again. This helps soak it in, that way it doesn't go everywhere, and also it keeps it from fading out the color, and it makes it softer so it's not as stiff. Now on to the final touches. I found this Harley Quinn Batman symbol through Google. All you have to type in is literally that, Harley Quinn Batman symbol, and that should show up. So what I did is I printed out two of them. The first one I cut out the bat symbol, and then the second one I just cut out the diamonds and nothing else on it. It was just easier that way. That way I can get an accurate piece, and that way it's the same. And also, it makes it easier when you go to paint if you have a template than doing it freehanded. I figured this is an easy way to show you guys how I did it, and it gives you a more accurate picture of what you're wanting. And then that is basically it as far as this section goes. And just make sure that when you go to paint it, you just, on the black, I had to do about 3 layers, I would say, of the red, but it's black going on, well, it's red going on black. Excuse me there. So, of course, it's going to take it a little bit longer to soak in. As far as the black, I only did 2 because I wanted to make sure that it was going to be pronounced against the red. That way it matched up. And that's it. Now that you got your basic shape down, put the other template over it after it has fully dried and do the opposite colors, obviously, as diamond shapes. And that is how you do this section. On the diamonds, for the black diamonds, I had to do 2 layers. On the red diamonds, I had to do 3. Once that's finished, you can basically do your own design. I did like a bleeding type of effect, and it was easier, instead of using the paintbrush, to use the actual tip of the acrylic paint for myself. That seemed to be easier. I did that for the red and the black, which you'll see on here shortly after. It's totally up to you which one you want to do. I just thought this was pretty cool in my own opinion. But what you want to do is up to you. Just tap in your inner Harley Quinn, and when I did, I ended up putting the jokes on you on the back because I thought just that symbol wasn't enough in my personal opinion. So I just added that extra and stuck little smiley faces in the middle of them. Have fun with it and throw it in the dryer for 1 hour after it has cured for 24 hours. And that is how you make this awesome jacket. Now, just to let y'all know, a little trick I found out as far as paint goes. The best thing to do is make sure you rub it with fabric softener, of course. That way it actually doesn't turn out as stiff. That's why I'm able to freely move around in this jacket. And it's a lot of fun. It's really warm, so it's great for this type of year, of course. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called Winter Harley Quinn. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous if she doesn't have a jacket, right? So, as far as care for this jacket, you can throw it in the washing machine, put it on cold, put on delicate, with some baby detergent or some free detergent of some type. And another thing that you can do is you can also throw it in the dryer. Woohoo! Just throw it in the dryer, let it dry. Just make sure you try to turn this inside out. One way to turn it inside out is, of course, pull in the sleeves and all that other stuff, but you can zip it first, then pull it inside out. That way it doesn't rub onto the actual paint or anything of that nature. That way it keeps it in crisp and clean condition. So, I hope y'all enjoy this video. Please, if you are enjoying these tutorials, please hit like and subscribe and let your friends know about it. Please and thank you guys, and love you guys. Happy cosplaying. See you next Tuesday.